In today's episode, I show you progress on Tigger, Toasty, and so much more. G'day, my name is Sean, and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. Come see what I've been working on, what I've completed, and all the other fun and exciting news. Let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. The first thing I want to show you is some progress on Tigger. I was hoping to get him all done this week, but we didn't quite hit that target, but he is actually starting to look like an actual tiger. So this is what we have done so far. We've got the front third or half of the tiger done so far. The rest of it seems like it's going to go together pretty quickly. We'll see the middle and the end of the tiger very, very soon. So hopefully next week we'll be able to show you a little more progress on that. The next one I want to show you is another one of the woven stars, and this one turned out absolutely beautifully. I love this with the red, green, and white, all with Alice in Glass fabrics, and I think this one's going to look really, really nice with all the others. After that, we have not shown Toasty much love in the last couple of weeks. He is a pattern by Legit Kits, and it's been a lot of fun making this one here, but we haven't really touched it for a couple of weeks. And so I decided to pull up a couple of pieces, and these took way longer than I thought they would. This is the first piece that I made. 4 pieces doesn't take very long, right? But, you know, when it's me, and I'm the world's slowest FPP, it takes a little longer, but that's okay. And then another thing here is I cut this one just a little bit too short, but I read a comment, I think on the Legit Kits Facebook page a little while ago, that said, if you cut it short, don't worry about it. One extra seam in a thing with 1,200 pieces, no one's ever going to see it. And so that kind of is a little bit of a thing that resonates with me a lot. If I make a mistake, just put the seam in there and go about your day. It's not going to be too bad. And then this is the second piece here. This one came together a little quicker as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see this one come together. We're getting into the more intricate pieces, and so, you know, it's going to be more fun to do that. And I'm actually enjoying doing the smaller pieces, sometimes better than the bigger ones, which is really, really weird. And then the last thing I've done as a work in progress is the pink, what I'm calling the pink quilt right now, which is the one I'm making for our next exchange student who'll be here at the end of August. Last week I showed you all the different fabrics, and this time I want to show you the first couple of rows, and you can see them here. These are 8.5-inch squares, so they are quite large. I hope you can see this on the screen. I guess you can. Good. And so there we go. So we'll see more progress on this, and we're also going to have the 2 current girls here sew a little bit each, so that way not only did they pick the fabrics, but they also get to sew a little bit of it, so we can give it to the next one and say that, you know, they had their hand in it as well. Anyway, that's what I have for my works in progress. I have some finished objects and a lot of more exciting news for you later on. But before we do that, let's do our week in review. If you're new to the channel, this is a series of videos I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody, was there a quilt that you've made in the past that you probably would not make again? I loved reading all the answers, and there was quite a wide variety of answers there as well, and it was really, really neat to read all of those. This week I thought it'd be interesting to ask, when you're making a quilt for someone, especially if they know that it's coming, do you let the recipient choose the colors, or do you pick it for them, or do you just go by what colors they really enjoy? For me, most of the time I pick the colors, unless it's a commissioned t-shirt quilt, and then I'll let them pick the sashing colors. But otherwise, yeah, it's usually something that I pick myself, and a lot of times I go with the colors that I know they really, really enjoy. Let me know how you do in the comments. So what are my goals for this week? Well, the first thing is I've made a lot of good progress this week, and I have a lot of momentum. I'm really hoping that continues on in the next week. That's my main goal. But more specifically, I'd like to get more work done on Tigger. I'd like to see him get finished, if at all possible, very close to it. A little bit more work on Toasty. But overall, yeah, if I can just keep the momentum going, that'd be fantastic. What are your goals for this week? Now it is time for our news and events. We had a couple of things come out this week. The first thing that I'm really excited about is I released my time-lapse and the pattern for my very first written pattern, the floppy disk. If you haven't seen that, go over and check it out. It's a lot of fun. To get the free pattern, you just need to sign up for my newsletter and you'll get the pattern emailed to you right away. And if you run into any issues getting that pattern, please email me. I'll take care of you. Yesterday, I had my friend Jess from So Blessed by Jess join me for my live. It was a lot of fun catching up and hanging out with her for a little bit. And hopefully we'll get to meet her in person along with Tasha and some others up at Road to Virginia in a couple of weeks. This coming week, I'll be live this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. Yes, you heard that. The morning guy will be live in the evening over at Tammy, the Siberian Winds channel. We're going to be putting together the pig block from Elizabeth Hartman's Fab Farm. It's always a lot of fun hanging out with my friend Tammy. This coming week, I hope to get Clue 5 out of the Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. And then this Saturday morning, we're still working out the details for the live there. Stay tuned and I'll let you know what's going on there. Just a quick update on our guild meeting. We normally meet on the third Sunday of each month, but due to being Father's Day here in the US, Canada, and some other countries around the world, we have moved that meeting back to next Sunday evening at 8 p.m. So the 22nd, we'll have our meeting. And I also just want to wish a happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, whether you are a biological step, foster, adoptive, host, or just a mentor to someone in their life. Happy Father's Day to you. I hope you take this day and enjoy it for yourself, and hopefully they spoil you as well. And now it is time to share with you what I've completed this week, and I'm very, very excited to show you this because I worked on the grapefruit block yesterday on my live, and I have finished that, and this is it right here. I thought it turned out really nice with the two interior fabrics and also the beautiful batik outer fabric. And the pink on the very, very light pink on the inside, I believe turned out really, really nice as well. And it almost came together perfectly. But not only that, I've actually completed the quilt top for this, and I'm very excited to be able to share this with you because I've been working on this for quite a long time. So we'll try and show this to you the best we can. It's got a lot of different fruit. And yeah, I'm just very, very happy with this one here. This one taught me a lot, especially these blueberries. I actually stopped making this for about 3 or 4 months because I goofed up the blueberries. And that's a question I'd like to ask is, have you ever had a quilt that you've actually put in a timeout for an extended amount of time? And if so, have you ever brought it out of timeout, or is it still sitting there? If it's still sitting there, I say pull it out one day and just take the time and start it up again. Sometimes you just need that momentum to get going again. Anyway, that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. Tell a friend. I always love hearing comments from my viewers. Hope you'll have a great day. Happy sewing, and I hope to see you tonight. Bye.